Yo. What's going on, everybody? Welcome into Salt Lake Take. Another episode here. Very, very special episode today, though. We have the 2024 NBA draft coming on here tonight in a couple of minutes here. Got 7 o'clock rolling around here. And today we're going to be, sitting back, watching the draft, seeing what's unfolding, and, react to the Jazz picks, react to all the picks, actually, because, NBA draft is a very special time. And, we got to sit here. One of my favorite parts in sports, actually, just throughout the entire year. It's going to be hard to find a better night than the NBA draft. You got all these prospects coming in, all new prospects, new faces to cheer for. And this year it's going to be very, very interesting to see how things go down. We don't even know how number one's going to look tonight. In years past, we know pretty much how, 1, 2, 3 are going to fall. We don't even know what the top pick's going to be. And we're about 5 minutes away from the draft. So going to be a very, very interesting night. We got the Jazz pick coming up, number 10, 29. They'll probably be there or not. They could trade the pick. We've seen a lot of chatter around a potential trade there. We've seen a lot of names projected to the Jazz. It could be a potentially very busy night in the NBA. Before we get too deep into it, I want to give let me get some thoughts about the Mikal Bridges trade real quick, because we got a ton of time. That's the biggest thing in the NBA right now. I want to touch on that real quick before we get too deep into the draft stuff, because that will come with time. Mikal Bridges trade went down last night. Mikal traded to New York. Here we go. We got Maya in here. I'm here in Utah. What's going on, Maya? Good to see you in here. We got some fan representation already in here. Thanks for showing out. Mikal Bridges traded to New York for 4. Let me actually get the full details up here, because it was an absolute massive haul. Take a look here. The exact framework of the deal was 4 first-round picks. Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay. Off the top of my head, it was 4 first-round picks, a pick swap, a second-round pick, and also Bojan Bogdanovic for Mikal Bridges. Absolutely massive capital give up for a guy like Mikal Bridges. But it kind of brings the entire Villanova team together in New York. I think it's, in my opinion, here's my absolute first. It's not first thought. I've had about 24 hours to really process it, a little bit less. I think that is an absolutely insane haul to give up for Mikal Bridges. You think this guy, okay, he's a very quality starter on any given roster, right? Any given night, he's going to give you 20 points a game, give you elite defense. He's not going to miss a game. Very reliable player, nice shooter. He provides a need for about every NBA roster. Is that need worth 6? Okay, Adam Silver's come up on the podium. We got the clock coming up here, so I'll be short. Giving up 6 first-round picks for a player like that is absolutely unheard of. You see a guy like Kevin Durant go shipped off for, at the time, it was about 4 first-round picks and some players, 5 first-round picks. That's Kevin Durant. And this is Mikal Bridges, and it's a totally different type of player here. I think he will be a solid player in his role in New York. I think they're getting a good player. I think team chemistry is going to be off the charts up with that team. But at the same time, New York is now completely out of assets. They've also given out $40 million a year to OG Anunoby as of an hour ago. Ridiculous as well. So they're giving up a ton of assets on both ends, on salary cap and draft. So they've kind of cornered themselves into this team right here. That's a very bold thing to do. I know they had a really good year last year. That's a lot right there. I think Nets made out really, really well in that trade, but it's going to it's going to all come down to those draft picks. How are they going to, pan out? It's new for Brooklyn to be kind of in a rebuilding stage and actually have their draft picks, because we've been here before about 5 years ago when they didn't have anything. So it should be fun to see how Brooklyn kind of, takes the process here. But yeah, that was, one thing I wanted to get off here. Absolutely insane trade last night. One of the biggest I've seen probably since Kevin Durant trade. I might be missing something down there. But yeah, let me actually double check here. Before we get too deep, we got the draft coming up here. I see Kling on the screen here. In terms of number 1 here, because number 1's be coming up real quick. It doesn't sound like there is a consensus right here between, anyone. It sounds like the 2 guys that you're going to be looking at here is going to be Reza Shea or Reed Shepherd. I have heard Reed Shepherd coming out of Woj's mouth about 30 minutes ago being a guy to look at for number 1. That would be ridiculous. I don't know if he's worth that. Is he worth that? We'll see. I would probably, if I had to bet money on it, I'd say Reza Shea goes number 1. But that remains to be seen. I think the betting odds right now are like minus 440 or something like that. Last time I checked, it might be higher now. Let me check here. Okay, we're not there yet. Yeah, I think if it were me taking this pick for Atlanta, I would be pretty convinced. I think Sarr is probably the best player in this class. I think he fits a need in Atlanta. Like you get a nice little center presence there to pair next to whoever guard you keep in there, and then Jalen Johnson. I mean, like that's a solid core to build around, but it doesn't seem like Sarr wants to go to Atlanta, or that's not what he set up. When he was interviewed about 2 hours ago, I watched. He said he never said that he didn't want to go to Atlanta, but he also said that Atlanta had the chance to really interview them, work them out whenever he was in Atlanta, like earlier in the pre-draft process. I don't know. I would probably still take him if I was Atlanta. There's been multiple prospects through NBA history that have not wanted to go where they get drafted, and it ends up pretty well. Paolo Banchero was another option. Like he didn't really want to go to Atlanta. He went number 1, went fine. Stephen Curry, another great example. He didn't want to go to Golden State. He wanted to go to New York, and now he's a 4-time champion for that team. So it may end up being, just best player available, Alex Sarr here. I don't know if it actually will be because Atlanta seems pretty scared to do so. Are they scared enough to take Reed Sheppard here? I don't know. That's nuts. To John, to Utah, I would absolutely like this right here, Sam. I think to John, the one thing that worries me about DeJon to Utah is that I don't know if it's actually going to happen because you have a guy like Taylor Hendricks that's going to be kind of exactly what you're looking for in DeJon. I think DeJon just probably has that higher ceiling to really tap into, but it's the athletic wing, can defend a little bit, can shoot the ball. You kind of already have that in Taylor Hendricks, but to get another one of those players on the team, I think would be super exciting to watch and also might be the best upside pick on the board. That's why I had my mock earlier. I'll probably tap into my mock a little bit later up here, but I'll wait for the first few picks to really pan out. Tony the Sanchez popping out here. What's up? What's up, Tony? What's going on? The chat showing out. I hope that my X chat comes through as well, because there's been times where my Twitter X followers, they haven't been able to chat on the stream, but hopefully it's actually panning out. I can actually see them on my side here. Atlanta, did they put in their pick? I saw 5 minutes on the clock for Atlanta, and now it's gone. So I don't know what the whole up here is for Utah, or not Utah, Atlanta. Trying to think of what else happened in the NBA while we're waiting around for number 1. Nets and Rockets made that deal last night. You had Brooklyn sending a few of their Phoenix picks over to Brooklyn, Brooklyn sending their Phoenix picks to Houston. Houston sending their picks from Brooklyn back to Brooklyn so they can tank. Another genius move by Brooklyn. I don't see why you wouldn't do that. They've been talking about that for some time to get their picks back. They weren't interested in like February or so. I didn't really see why they were doing that, but now that they've finally done it, they're like very smart move for them. They know where they stand. They just made the call. Atlanta's made the call. They have made their pick. I don't know who that's going to be. They seem hype. If you're looking, I can't show the screen because it's probably going to take the stream down. But they look hype, very hype right now. Can you pull up something on stream? What I was going to do is let me wait for the first pick to go down. Let me wait, and I'll show you what I got cooking. But I will have a little visual for you guys to kind of follow along here, because it's like I got my face showing up here. That can only do so much, but I'll get some in a second. Once we get number 1, Edey to OKC. Let's get hyped. Edey, that's why I had my mock. I wouldn't hate that at all. I think Edey to OKC gives them some nice size, gives them some nice rim protection. I don't know how he's going to translate. I think that 3-point shot's really going to be what makes or breaks his actual ceiling in the league. But if he ends up in OKC, I think that's a great fit. But yeah, we got the draft going on. About to start here. Actually, I'm still going to wait until the pick comes through. I don't know what we're waiting for. I got the camera on Alex Sarr right now. I would take Alex Sarr. I think Reza Shea, if Reza Shea is a pick here, he won't be, I don't think he's going to be the worst prospect in the world, right? I think he's going to be, he can provide a need in Atlanta. He can be nice 3-and-D guy. And no matter what happens in Atlanta, you can like picture a fit in him. Like no matter if you have Trae, or picture a fit with him in Atlanta. Sorry. Whether you have Trae Young, whether you have DeJounte Murray, whatever direction you want to go, you can put that wing, 3-and-D wing in there, and it can work pretty fine for you. No matter what direction you go, it allows you to still stay flexible. But I would probably still go Sarr, though, just because the upside is there. I think having that modern big that can play on both ends, that's super valuable now. And he's right there for you. I don't think they're going to take him though. I really don't think that Sarr is going to be here. I think he'll be going to 2. Who do you want to Utah the most? If I had to pick out of anyone in the pool of prospects to get on here, I would probably take Stephon Castle. I think if you get a backcourt of Stephon Castle and Keyonte George, that is a perfect backcourt where you have a nice combination of defense, a nice net. Okay. Now that makes sense. A combination of defense, size, offensive ability with both of them combined. You got playmaking with Stephon Castle. It basically hides whatever you're lacking in Keyonte George and brings it with Stephon Castle. I think it creates a picture-perfect backcourt. That's what I would do. It's probably harder to imagine that if you don't have the capital to get that. Or, well, they have the draft capital. It just depends on if they want to trade up and get that. Don't know if they are that ambitious to make that happen. If I were Danny Ainge, though, I have the ammo to do it, and there's not going to be anyone better at 4 or at 10 than there would be there. But yeah, we got Silver coming up the podium now. Let's see what he's about to say.
With the first pick in the 2024 NBA draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Zachary.
Okay. We kind of expected that. We saw that coming. Here, let me pull up my thought here. If this looks okay, let me know. I can do this. I can do this. I can do that. I think this probably looks the best though, because do we want that as a big part on the screen? If you guys are rocking with it, just let me know. Stream looks great. Thank you, Tony. Reza Shea going 1 though. Whoa. That's a crazy one. Now that's a crazy one. Yeah, I think I don't hate this pick at all. I really don't. I would go Sarr. If I had my choice between the 2, I would go Sarr. But he is able to pair next to Jalen Johnson, which he seems like he's going to be untouchable in Atlanta. Provides nice shooting stretchability, gives him a versatile front court, and maybe they see what the Celtics are doing with two strong forwards in their front court, and then want to do something similar with Reza Shea and Jalen Johnson, trying to have that size, that combination of being able to play on both ends of the floor, and that's what they're getting here. And then that puts Washington in a prime position to take Sarr here. I don't see anyone besides Sarr going here at 2. I mean, if they're getting really crazy, they go Klingon. Hearing Reed Shepherd's name in 1, like even mentioned in 1, is crazy. Not just for the fact of him as a prospect, but just you have Trae Young and DeJounte Murray already. Like those are 2 guards that you got to make a decision on regardless. And I mean, they're starting caliber quality. Like you're not getting Reed in there to start over any one of them. But he's not even, what? He's not wearing the hat. Okay, is that not weird? Why did Reza Shea not wear the draft hat when he was shaking the hand? He put it on after. Is that maybe I don't know. That seems a bit weird. Who's your favorite Jazz player? I don't know if you probably asking Sam, but I'm not into this myself. If I had to pick right now for my favorite Jazz player, I would probably, that's Keyonte. Easily Keyonte. I've talked to Keyonte. I can't pick anyone other than Keyonte. I love Lauri Markkanen, but I have to go Keyonte. I don't know if this is the same as the NFL draft to where the pick starts whenever. Okay, I guess so. Whenever the pick is announced, the clock starts for Washington. I don't think it's gonna be too pressing of a decision here. The question here for Atlanta is, what are you going to do with Trae Young or DeJounte Murray? I think the Jazz could get involved with DeJounte Murray easily. I think that's honestly another perfect guard pairing next to Keyonte George. He does similar stuff to Stephon Castle in terms of his, size and defensive ability and versatility. I think someone like that you can pair next to Keyonte is a perfect fit for him. And it also allows him to grow and continue to produce as a scorer. You don't have to be the primary point guard. That's totally fine. But yeah, I think bringing in DeJounte Murray is absolutely that should be on the table for the Jazz. If anything, that should be a player on the table of their big game. That could be one of them. Can't be Mikal anymore, so you got to get someone else. What channel is the draft on? I got it on ESPN right now. I think it's on. If you got like Jazz Plus, anyone here that has Jazz Plus, I'm pretty sure you can watch on there. I got ESPN. There's some Gordon Hayward's my favorite Jazz player of all time. Jeff Hornacek. Gordon Hayward. I do like Gordon Hayward too. I can't hate on Gordon. Really can't. Reed Stage's talking here. Don't really know what he's saying. Got it muted. But yeah, I think if I was Atlanta, let's say if I was Atlanta, which I'm not, but if I am Atlanta, I'm dealing DeJounte Murray. I'm getting a better off-ball two guard to pair next to him that can play some defense, and you get Ritichet, you get Jalen Johnson, and then whatever happens at center, maybe it's a Kongwu starting there. Get Capella out. He's 30 years old and he's not doing anything besides rebounding a little bit good. Like, probably need a little bit of an upgrade there. That's why I would maybe suggest Sarr being there. That's not going to be happening though. Washington's pick is in. And then after this pick is really when the draft starts. Houston, I have thought for a long time that Houston will trade this third pick. But hold up, let me double check. Okay, sweet. I also gotta keep track if there's any trades as well. I'm actually not gonna check Twitter. That was a mistake. I'm not checking Twitter. I didn't see anything, but I'm not checking Twitter. But yeah, we got Washington up here. They made a trade earlier today. They traded Deni Avdija to Portland for Brogdon 14 in this draft. I'm pretty sure they also got a first-round pick in 2029. I think Deni Avdija getting dealt to Portland for that type of package, that is confusing for Washington. Now, they probably have something in store for this draft. Maybe they have a master plan. But what in the world are you doing trading Deni Avdija? I checked his stats before this stream, like after All-Star break. I think he was averaging like 17 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 49% from the field. Like, this is a dude that can actually play. He's not he's not just, stuck in Washington wasteland, just not going to be able to win games. He could have been a great part of this core moving forward. Especially, he showed it last season, if anything. But now he's in Portland, and I think that gets Portland's young core a lot better. You got Scoot in there. You got, I don't know if DeAndre Ayton's really part of their young core, but they got Rob Will regardless. They got Denny. Now they got Shaedon Sharpe, Anthony Simons. They have a squad, and they also have the 7th pick in this draft. They can probably add another. Maybe it's like Ron Hollander, another defender. Maybe it's a scorer. Maybe it's a raw guy like DeJohn. I don't know. Don't know what the hell the Wizards are doing. Can I get mod? I have never, ever given mod ever in this chat. I can put you in timeout. I have 3 options here. Delete comment, put user in timeout, ban user, and delete their comments. I'm going to go over 3 on that, unfortunately. If I can find a way for mod Tony, maybe one day. Oh, here we go. Number 2.
With the 2nd pick in the 2024 NBA draft, the Washington Wizards select Alex Sarr. Toulouse, France.
Okay. Yeah, we did that one. Overtime Elite? When he? Oh no, he did play OT. Okay, I was kind of confused hearing that, but he was overseas this year. Yeah, that's the right pick. That's definitely the right pick there. Stellar pick for Washington, actually. Getting Sarr there at 2, and now you can pair him with Bilal. You get a nice French duo in there, nice French defensive duo. I love that pick. Got the train going right now. Saying what's up. Oh, great point. Great point. I wasn't even looking at that. Can I refresh it here? Ooh, I gotta refresh every time. All right. That's fine though. Keep us up to date. And also, would it be, Lord, that is a loud train. Okay, I was going to edit the ticker at the bottom. I don't think that's going to be super easy to do. But yeah, we got the draft update up there. So y'all got some intel there. But yeah, Sarr now gives, I think it gives Utah, or not Utah, it gives Washington a really solid direction here. I would probably, now they got the 14th pick as well. My thought here is why they would make this Deni Avdija trade is because they want a guard to pair with him. Because if you look towards the mid to late lottery, there's probably going to be a significant amount of guards in that range to where they can take a shot on them. And right now, they're really their only guard to build with for the future is Jordan Poole, and that's really far from what you want. So, I mean, I see why they make the trade. I think sacrificing Deni to do that is a bit odd and probably maybe some malpractice too. But, yeah. Shams dropped that pick like 4 minutes before it happened. See, I didn't even see it. That's the beauty of not checking Twitter during the draft, is that it's hard to do, but when you don't do it, you don't get pick spoiled. He actually met Shams. He didn't really talk to me. Yeah, no, I happened to do that too. I met Shams too. And he was chill. He was busy. It was All-Star. So, but yeah, he was a cool guy. It was just like he was he was in maybe his own little world. I don't know. I don't hate Shams. Shams. I got his name wrong when I talked to him, so I got to make sure I say his name right every time. His name is Shams Charania. Love Shams. But yeah, now we got 3. And Houston, this is where the draft really starts. We got the first 2 of the picks out the way. And, that's part of the draft that everyone kind of like, oh, yeah, that's first top picks of the draft. That's great. Now we have where the picks actually start happening. Houston here. In my mock, I had this pick traded to Portland, actually. So now that they actually made a trade before the draft, I don't think that's going to happen. But I really do think that Clingan could be going here, regardless if it's traded or not. I saw today that Sengun could be a guy that's potentially in the market because, they were better without him whenever he got injured at the end of last year. And maybe they want to get a defensive guy in there. They want to use Sengun as trade bait to get a star in here. And not the worst idea. I think Sengun is a very, very talented player, and drafting a guy like Clingan take a spot's a very, very bold move because you would have to guess. That's kind of saying that you're betting on Klingan's upside a bit more than Sengun. And seeing what Sengun has done already early in his career, that's a gamble for sure. I do like Clingan, though. I think he has a solid potential in this league, but it depends. It depends on where he lands. Depends on how his offense develops. But he might not even be going here. It might be Reed. Seeing Reed in contention for number 1 makes me think that he could go here. If Houston sticks and picks, it's probably going to be Clingan or Reed. I would if I had to bet money on this, which I'm not, I would likely go with Reed being the pick here. I think Reed would be the pick here. I would be surprised with Clingan, but I also wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate it. They're going to package Sengun and picks for KD. See, I would agree with that if the Suns owner was not stubborn and wanted to actually blow it up. I don't think he does. KD is going to stay there for another year. He tweeted about it today. The Suns owner is tweeting about Sengun, or not Sengun. He's tweeting about KD, which I think is a crazy look in the first place. But I don't think he's going to go anywhere, at least for the first year. Next year, I think we can start talking. But at that point, is Houston just going to make a move now? Because they traded 2 of the most valuable picks that the NBA had on the market and the Brooklyn picks. So they got to make something happen now, or else those picks that they traded are going to look a lot worse. People aren't talking enough about the Rockets' future. I think they are now. They definitely are now because they have something now. Now they made the big move, the big splash. It kind of gets people talking. Maybe it took a little bit of a push to actually make that happen, but they are for real. They are going to be in the playoffs next year. Don't know what they're going to do to make that happen. But they have enough ammo and enough aggression to where they can make that happen. Got Jay Bill. That's not Jay Billis. I saw a bald white dude in my screen. I assumed it was Jay Billis. It's a totally random. Oh, it's Bobby Marks, dude. It's Bobby Marks. My fault. He's talking maybe about what the pick might be. I don't know. He's just talking about what the Rockets have in this offseason. We know that. We want to know who they're picking, and the pick is in. I'm not checking Twitter. I don't know why I clicked on Twitter again. But when is Silver walking out? Here he is right here. Number 3. No idea what it's going to be. I think if I had to pick, it would be Reed Sheppard, but we'll see.
Pick in the 2024 NBA draft. The Houston Rockets select Reed Sheppard.
There it is. Reed the Rocket. That's crazy seeing him go 3. Okay, Reed 3. Okay, so that's interesting. I think now you have a really solid backcourt there. You got Amen Thompson if you want to keep him there. You could maybe play him in the front court. You got Jalen Green in there. You have Fred VanVleet on another year of his contract. Now you got Reed Sheppard in there. That's a lot of guards. That's a lot of depth. Maybe they use Reed as a trade chip later on. Maybe they're aggressive, so they could do that. But yeah, I don't hate the pick. I think his ceiling might be a bit lower than some other guys you could have taken here, but at the very least, he's going to shoot the rock really well. He shot 52% at college. Everyone, that's pretty widely mentioned now when talking about Reed. And for the Rockets, they did need some spacing last year. They were a little bit limited. Like you have a guy like Amen Thompson that still needs some work on that. Jalen Green was a little bit struggling in his efficiency to start his career. He's gotten a little bit better at that now. But Reed comes in there and he's instantly impactful, instantly going to be able to win you games. And that's kind of what the Rockets want to do right here. And, we'll see what happens with their picks with Brooklyn and with the Brooklyn trade. But they're on the rise. I think this isn't. You can hate. I don't hate the pick. I think they could have gone and taken a higher ceiling guy, maybe like a Stephon Castle. Maybe I don't know if he's going to fit next to a guy like Amon Thompson. Maybe you take Clingan, but I think this is probably the right move over Clingan for sure. Read. Hey, I San Antonio up. I think this is going to be Stephon Castle for sure. Clingan falling out of the top 3. Wow. So this is interesting because San Antonio has ample opportunity right here to take Clingan. And I wouldn't put it past them. I probably would say they wouldn't because, I mean, Wemby was top 3 in Defensive Player of the Year last year as a rookie. I don't think you want to take him out of the paint. I don't think you want to, kind of work around. Like, you don't want to have him work around and just kind of, make it work because you want to add a nice rim protector in there. You already have that. You already have a rim protector in that. So I've seen some conversations about that. I would probably lean towards no on that. I think if San Antonio was smart here, they'd take a guard, and that would be Castle. Off topic, but how mad do you think Don Mitchell is about to be Mikal Bridges to New York trade? I'm probably a bit mad because that means he's not going there anytime soon. He's probably not going to go to Brooklyn because we know how they're going to look for the next few years. So any hopes that Don is going to be heading back home to New York, you got to wait a few years for that. Maybe whenever he's 35 and New York's out of picks and they're gasping for air in free agency, maybe he gets a shot there. But I think Don probably ends up back in Cleveland. I'm not 100% sold on that. I think he probably should. He'd get the most money there. I know they don't have a ton of picks to really build a top contender with that, but they're not a horrible thing. Let me lower this a little bit. I have the ceiling showing there. But yeah, I'm sure if you ask Don, he'd love to be there himself. But that is off the table now for a very long time. New York's not trained for anyone else. That's all they got now. So, but yeah, I think Don he'll find a way. Maybe he goes to Miami now. Maybe he's like, all right, New York doesn't want me. Let me go to South Beach. San Antonio here. Let's see. So I've always thought that Stephon Castle will be the guy here. I think he has the length and defensive versatility to really match up extremely well with Wembanyama. The shooting is a bit of an issue, and he's been iffy on the consistency for that. But he does pretty much everything else uniquely well. And if you can just get that shooting down, he can be one of, if not the best player in this class. And it's why I would want the Jazz to take him. Like, if you ask me, my picture-perfect fit for the Jazz is Stephon Castle. Now, the Spurs can ruin that dream right here, and I would not be shocked to see them do so. Let me pull on some music. Some, background. Julius Randle has to be gone. Yeah, I think he could. Okay, so they have the roster pretty much set right now. Like, they have pick is in for San Antonio, by the way. They have him on contract along with the OG Anunoby extension, along with the trade to get Mikal, so that he could stay. My fault. I'm knocking the mic around. But do they really need him? Because they made a run to the second round without him, and they were pretty competitive while doing it. So it kind of makes him expendable if they want some other assets. I don't know if he's going to be on the table, though, because he is still like a top 30, 40 player when healthy. Not healthy right now. Depends on how he fits with Mikal Bridges, probably pretty well. But also, you think, if they have OG and you also have Mikal now, there's no way that there's any room to start him, because you probably want to start Mitchell Robinson or something like that at center, or a better rim presence. So it kind of does put Julius Randle as the odd man out. But yeah, I probably would hold off on Utah being the guy to trade for him. If that was a discussion, I don't know if he fits the timeline extremely well. I don't know how well he fits with the roster. But somewhere he would have value somewhere. Well, OKC trade for Clingan now. Maybe they trade with I don't think Detroit needs talent, dude. I don't think they trade up with Detroit. The pick is in for San Antonio, so no. Here, Charlotte. Maybe Charlotte, but I've seen Charlotte connected with a few prospects. I don't think they do that. It would probably no. I think it's toast, bro. Unless they throw a really nice package to Detroit to get them lots of picks, maybe. All right, pick 4.
The San Antonio Spurs select Stephon Castle.
There it is. Crushed my dreams right there, man. That sucks. That sucks. But that's a good pick. Yeah, that's a perfect point guard to pair next to Wemby. That's a great pick. Lane Tobic be a great fit for the Spurs. We'll see. We'll see now. They still have ample opportunity to take him at 8. I mean, they could. I don't know how well that would fit next to Castle because they're both kind of iffy on on the perimeter. But you got defense here. You can get playmaking with the other and have a nice combo in the backcourt. I wouldn't hate it. I just probably have to work on the shooting. You see OKC taking Jerry McCain. Yeah, good shooting. You can never have enough shooting. They did draft the guard last year though, so maybe they want to go more forward there. Maybe they want size. That's what I would think. But Jerry McCain is not a bad pick for anyone anywhere outside the top 10. I'm cool with McCain going. It'd be terrible for them. They don't need another guard. Jerry McCain's a generational shooter. Okay, so be happy to have him. Spurs get Castle and Topic W draft. I mean, because at that point, if you're taking Topic and Castle, you're taking best player available, and that's really just the mindset you're going with. And if one of them can iron out their jump shot and the other can do really what they're drafted for, that's really all you need. You just need one of them to bank on that ability. But I think when you're looking with when you're working with a guy like Popovich, you can get that development ironed out pretty well. But yeah, top 4 picks are down. This is 3 for 4 in my mock draft so far. I can't hate that. I had a trade projected top 3, so that didn't really count. So still 3 for 4. I'll take it. Detroit up at 5. I'd be okay. This is the part where I'd be pretty shocked to see Matas not go. I have projected Matas to go top 5 right here at number 5 with Detroit. Every mock draft that I've done, every projection, I think he's going to go there. The nepotism effect is real. It will be happening here. Matas will be, the agent, father duo will be happening. That's a prediction. It might not be happening. Maybe they trade back with someone. I don't know. I've also seen that there were some rumors about Utah potentially looking at moving down from 10. I don't know how much like substance is to those rumors, but I would absolutely not do that unless you are getting a contributing player back in return or getting some type of package to where, you're actually on track to win more games next year. Because unless you're getting a significantly better talent to start, this team probably isn't going to be gunning for a top 6 seed unless they make some really drastic moves, especially in the West. So I wouldn't trade down if I were them, but it's a possibility. Spurs just need a real playmaker. Topic lobs to Wemby would feed families. No, that would be nice. Hopefully if they don't even end up taking Topic, I think Stephon Castle could do that as well. Not as good as a passer as Topic, but he what did he average last year? Let me get up Stephon Castle's numbers here. Three assists. Okay, so 5 rebounds, 3 assists. So he needs to work on the playmaking a little bit. Regardless, he has the length and he has the players around him to where he can facilitate. Yeah, I think it's fine. Yeah, he'll be a fine fit there, man. The Spurs all want to be a very elite defensive team. No way they have Dan Hurley up there talking with them. That's crazy. I wonder if they're asking about the Lakers job right now. I wonder who JJ Redick's going to take with his Lakers pick. I think Jerry McCain, the Duke sharpshooter connection, could be there for sure. But I've seen Edey go in some mocks to LA as well. I think that would be crazy to see them take Edey. They have AD, but that would bring some size for sure. Detroit has about 2.5 left. Taking their time here on Matas. They're taking their time. Who would they? Okay, so I'm trying to think who they would take if there wasn't Matas. I guess if they were really sold on Klingon, they would take him here because from what I saw earlier, a good point that I saw was that trade. I don't know how to say Langdon's first name, but Detroit's new GM. None of the guys that he's drafted in here were from his regime. He inherited all this. Oh, Woj just talking.
Head coach James Borrego, he and Langdon worked together there.
He's not talking about a trade, so I don't care. But if they really, really wanted a defensive presence in there that was like, part of Langdon's actual core that he wanted to build with, maybe they take Clingan here and then trade Jalen Duren. I think Jalen Duren is going to be a really, really good player, though, with time. You just got to give him some time to develop. Clingan's chilling there, though. Oh, hold on.
But right now, Detroit's fielding those calls. Charlotte will field them too if Clingan gets the 6. But I think for Detroit now, they're deciding whether they're going to keep this pick or there's a package they like to move back. So someone can move on.
Pick is in now. So as Woj was talking, like, all right, we're fielding these calls. The pick is in. So sounds like Charlotte could be trading. Maybe could be some Clingan moves around there, but it's all gonna be around Clingan. If anyone's trading up, it's for Clingan. Wrong chat here. What do you think about Jeremy Sochan? Not a point guard like they tried last year. They tried to run him with the hybrid 1. But I think that also shows that this team wants to be an elite defensive team all the way around, and that's what Sochan is. He's a nice free throw shooter, because that's what comes to mind when I think about him. I think he's about a league average free throw shooter now, maybe a little bit below. Now that he's shooting a little bit bizarre, but I think he could be a nice wing piece on this Spurs team. I don't know if he's going to be the long-term starter at the 3, but he at least for the now, you have him, you have Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, now Stephon Castle. He'll be a nice starter for them for at least next year, I think. Thank you, Tony, for dropping a like on the stream. Really appreciate it. Showing out in chat. Everyone showing out in chat, really appreciate you. We're 36 minutes in. Jazz coming up soon. We got about 5 more picks, and we'll see who they end up taking. I got to scroll down here so we know what we're rocking with here on the draft board. The pick is in. They're looking at Ron Holland. The camera is on Ron Holland. If they pass on Matas, I would be shocked. And if Matas drops, I wouldn't hate him in Utah. He's not the best defender. They're looking at Ron Holland. Is it Ron Holland here at 5? No way. He's out here grinning and stuff too. Hold on. Dude, it might be Ron Holland. They might have taken Ron Holland. No way they take Ron Holland 5. That would be pretty high. This is a total guess. I don't like. Maybe Woj already spoiled it. No, they're taking Holland instead of zeroing. Oh, bro, no way. The nepotism lost. No way they're not taking Matas. Wow. Okay, hold up. If they take Ron Holland, that's a.
With the 5th pick in the 2024 NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select Ron Holland.
Oh, bro. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't. What in the world? What in the world are we doing? Okay. That's too instant of a reaction there. I think for the fit in Detroit, though, that is puzzling. They are horrible on offense. They need shooters. You picked up Ron Holland. He sucks at offense right now. He's a great defender. He's a great athlete. He is not developing that side of the ball right now. He can drive a little bit. He can cut. He shot 26% from 3 last year. And you're telling me that you're pairing Cade Cunningham with him? A guy that it's not going to be a great scoring. I mean, like, I guess you're drafting him for the upside, physically, athleticism. This is really an upside pick. I would have taken Matas here easily. Give an offensive weapon next to Cade Cunningham to help facilitate around. This just doesn't make sense to me. Were they not the worst ranked offensive team last year? They were 27th out of 30th on offense. They were also 26th out of 30th on defense. So they really just need talent. But man, Ron Holland at 5. I thought he was going to go at the very back end of the lottery. Top 5 pick is crazy. I saw a ton of people on Twitter too, and a ton of people that were low on Ron Holland. It just didn't pan out. Now he's top 5. Pistons are so incompetent. So I got new GM. Maybe that changes things. Maybe he sees something here. Nice little suit, though. I like the suit. Man, that's a shock. See, that's the first shock of the draft. I was sure Matas was going there. And Clingan keeps on falling. Matas is Charlotte. Matas is Charlotte? No way. Okay. If Matas is going 6, Portland, I think they take Klingon there. They definitely, they're not trading out of that pick. They're getting a rim protector there. And, oh, yeah. No, you absolutely take Klingon there. Because then you have, if Portland gets Klingon, then they have Scoot, Anthony Simons, Shaden Sharp, Denny, Klingon. Great future starting 5. So if Charlotte's not trading that pick, Klingon goes 7. He's going to Portland. I know they have DeAndre Ayton. I know they have Robert Williams. Doesn't matter. You're taking the best player in the class. You're taking a defensive player that can really hold down your defense. It might be tough because Scoot's not the best floor spacer right now, and pairing that non-shooting guard with a non-shooting big could prove that this spacing could get ugly quick. But you never know. Maybe Scoot comes around year 2, year 3. Well, Klingon not mess with spacing for Scoot. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I think that would be the one thing that would be iffy about that. But I think I would rather take best player available, which at this point, Klingon is far and above best player available. I think for, I would say so. Maybe Matas, but it sounds like he might go here. So, I think if you're Portland, and at the very bottom of the West, especially for Portland too, they're going to be in the Western Conference where they have to go up against Wemby for the next 5-10 years. They got to go up against Jokic. They got big men to defend, and getting a top big man defender right there could be exactly what you need. Scoot, no jumper. Yeah. Will Ron Holland be better than Killian Hayes? I would hope so. I hope I could be better than Killian Hayes, because that was rough. That was a really rough pick. Poot Henderson. I think Scoot could be solid year 2. But okay, but now Ron Holland. Okay, so now Ron Holland jumping up. How does that impact the Jazz? I think that leaves another really good player on the board there, because if you, let's see, is there a way? Let me look at the big board here. 2024 NBA big board, so I can have my available prospects up here. My fault. Second here. I'm not going the Ringers. The Ringer has Zach Edey as a 7th ranked prospect. Very annoying to me how every athletic point guard gets compared to Westbrook. Yeah, it's like that, or you see the Derrick Rose or the John Morant. Like, yeah, I mean, Scoot is not. I think maybe for Scoot, just because he also can't shoot, and he's also built like a freight train, which is, Russ was pretty physically dominant as well. But yeah, they're not going to be. I don't think Scoot's going to touch Russ level. He's not going to be an MVP. Maybe okay. That's selling him short. Like, he's only 1 year into his rookie season. Maybe he is an MVP one day, because he was looked at as potentially being close with Victor coming into the draft. Now I don't think that's going to be coming to form anytime soon. But scouts were very, very high on Scoot, and guards who take some time to develop in the league at times. So it may take a little bit of an extended time here for Scoot, but I wouldn't be totally on him. I'll say it. I don't mind. Scoot won't be an MVP. Probably not anytime soon. It would need to take some very strong steps forward. Can I get my my big board here up? No, okay. I don't want to go to ESPN. There we go. Dude, I can't look at a big board and not, like, that's crazy. What's going on, Cedar Creek? What's going on? Thoughts on Cody Williams in Utah? I'd be cool with that. I'd be totally cool with that. I think he gives a nice amount of scoring ability and length. He's not the best defender right now. That will take some time because he is very light. Like, he weighs like 178 right now as a 6'7" forward. Maybe a little bit shorter than that. But you would need to even out on that side of the ball to where you can actually, be a threat, because I think Utah definitely needs some defense. Whoever Utah takes at 10 needs to be defensive oriented. You need to be able to play some defense. If it's Rob Dillingham, then so be it. But I would really, really want a defender there. Maybe it's to John. I would love to John there. Sort of Greek. Let's see Cody Williams in Utah. He's cold. At this point, he might be the one I'd want. Devin Carter. If Devin Carter is there at 10 and the Jazz take Devin Carter, I'm ecstatic. If they take Devin Carter. Williams or Dillingham. For the Jazz, I would say Williams pretty easily. I don't think the thing with Dillingham about him going to Utah or potentially a fit in Utah. I just don't think that you need an undersized scoring guard. You already have Colin Sexton. Like if you didn't have Colin Sexton on the roster, if you had just Jordan Clarkson, you had like Bryce Sensabaugh, Dillingham makes a lot more sense. But it's kind of redundant to take both Rob Dillingham and then also have Colin Sexton and maybe even Jordan Clarkson, depending on what happens with him. And they also have Keontae George. I didn't even mention him. So do you really need a scoring guard like that can't play defense when you were the worst ranked defensive team last year? It's hard for me to say. But Williams, he might not be the top defender right now, but he does have the upside to do that. He's got a 7'1" wingspan. He has the size to match up with like 1 through 4 at least, or at least the height, not the size yet. But I would go Williams. I love Matas in Utah. I'm high on Matas. Yeah, I think Matas would be sick. Because Matas, the thing about Matas is that he's not as high tier as a defender as some other guys on the board, but the offense is definitely there. And it just comes down to the shooting. Can he shoot the ball? Maybe. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Number 6.
The 2024 NBA Draft. The Charlotte Hornets select Tizian Salon for Charlotte Prince.
Not to John. Oh, they took my boy. Okay. That's cool. That's a Charlotte pick for sure. Now that he's in Charlotte, I don't think he's going to be good. If he was anywhere but Utah, maybe that. Okay. No, that's fair to say. I was like, maybe that's not fair to say. I think we know Charlotte's track record here to know how this pick is going to go. Man, I do like DeJounte though. If he gets developed the right way, if he is, if he can get that jump shot turning around, he's only 18. He's got tons of time to develop, and wow, that's pretty high too. That's pretty high. I haven't seen him at 6. That's a high. I have not seen any mock putting him near top 6. I think. Okay, no, I saw one putting him at 7. I put him at 7 in my own mock, but 6. That's huge. What a huge reach. Yeah, I don't hate the pick. Like, if you're betting on upside here, which is clearly what Portland's trying to do there, there's no better upside class or no better upside pick in the class than TaJon. I have said that. I will continue to say that, even though he's in Charlotte now. But now that he's in Charlotte, I think I know what to expect here. Charlotte doesn't know how to develop players. TaJon should have been an Indiana Pacer. He wouldn't have driven that far. Unfortunately, he was not driving that far. But, man. That's a shocker. Ron Holland and then TaJon. So, again, that's talent dropping down the board. TaJon is very, very upside driven. I'm feeling good about where the Jazz stand, man. They got some nice prospects dropping to him. Like who are some other guys that are on the board here? I need a big board. I need a ESPN big board. I'm just gonna do it. Topic still on the board. Connect still on the. Okay, well, here's my best available. Klingon, Buzelis, Connect, Dillingham, Topic, Williams, Devin Carter. Lots and lots of good options here. Portland. See, Matas is there. Matas at 10 would be great. I would love that. Give the Jazz length. Give them scoring ability. Give a nice guy to pair there at the 3. Or, dude, he's got enough versatility to where he can maybe play, I don't know. Maybe he can play. I don't know if he can play shooting guard if he's not able to score the ball that efficiently. But maybe throw him in there. Who cares? Get a giant lineup in there, dude. I'm getting Zach Edey vibes at 10 now. I'm like, this draft has been crazy so far, or at least for the past 2 picks. Maybe Zach Edey's there at 10. I would be jaw dropping. Portland taking Matas. Okay, but they kind of already. Do they kind of already have that in Denny now? I think now that they got Denny, I don't know if they take. Man, no, they gotta take Klingon. I think you take Klingon here. You definitely take Klingon here. Ooh, but I'm gonna do that. Sorry. Oh, hold up. Woj talking. Gotta listen.
Portland Trailblazers, they were hoping Dominic Clingan might enter last year's draft.
Okay, we know. See, they were not passing on him, bro. They're not passing on him. Yeah, I think that's pretty much, yeah. He's going to Portland. He's definitely going to Portland. That's a great pickup. That's a stellar pickup, man. You got a solid 5-man core to build with in just 1 year after the Damian Lillard trade. They look great. Portland looks great. If they actually take Clingan, they look great, which I think they will. He's got the look on his face. He's like, is Portland winning the draft? Now they got Denny and Clingan in the same class. We'll have to see who's there at 14, because they made that trade before the draft, and seeing how the board could have fallen, they could get a nice guy at 14, and now they traded that pick. Now Denny is a really good package to pick up, but yeah, they're big winners now. They're big winners now. I also saw earlier today. Let me double check. Jimmy Butler, is he not going to resign? Unwilling to what? Oh, whoa.
The Portland Trailblazers select Donovan Clingan.
There it is. Sorry to all my OKC fans in here. If you wanted Clingan, no, we had some. Yeah, that's a great pick. Portland, because the reason Portland wins that draft or wins that right there is just because he fell right in their laps. There was ample opportunity for teams to trade up there, and there wasn't enough to where anyone wanted to drop back. Maybe even 12 spots, maybe even 9, maybe the 9, because Memphis was definitely looking into Clingan too, but no one bit on the trade, and number 7, 7 picks in, still no trade, which I wouldn't have expected. Now you got San Antonio here at 8. And Topic is on the board. They could take it. They could take Topic here. They could take Topic. Just don't like this fit. It's definitely iffy depending on how Scoot develops. Now, if Scoot doesn't develop, I will say that they do have Anthony Simons right there. That if all fails, he might be the starting point guard, and you get a guy that can actually space the floor, put Shane Sharpen at the 2. And you look decent. You look really good there with Clingan. Now it depends on if Scoot can actually develop. That depends on what the ceiling of this team can really be. But you get the best rim protector in the draft. You get a center that fills a hole. Because DeAndre Ayton's not gonna be the guy to hold that for a long time. He's got 2 years left on this deal. I'm pretty sure they couldn't even trade Ayton. I wouldn't see that being a shock now. Now that they have him. They probably should trade Ayton. Ayton should get out of there. Get Ayton out of there. OKC's taking Zach Edey. Yeah, that's on the table now. Kel'el Ware, I would look at as well. I think Kel'el Ware is going to be a really, really good player. Whoever gets him is going to get a good player. He could be top 10 in the class when it's all said and done. Just what he provides on the floor. It's simple. It's just 3 and D, and it comes at the center position. He can rim protect. Really like Kel'el Ware in this draft. I don't think OKC will draft the big man. They'll just sign Hartenstein. They might just take a forward here, just to take best player available, continue to stack talent. OKC is in an interesting spot. They might take Jared McCain to get a great shooter off the bench. Okay, I'm talking about OKC. I see Utah's name. Utah is coming up in just 3 picks, or 2 picks, I guess, 2 or 3 picks. And on the board here. Okay. All right. Now you got Matas on the board there, which I don't know. Matas is there at 8 for the Spurs. I think Matas probably gets off the board here. Maybe he keeps slipping. But you got Matas there. You got Topic there. You got Cody Williams there. You got Devin Carter there. You got Dillingham there too. Dude, Connect could go. They could go Connect too. Connect could go 9. But I also I did see before the draft that many GMs saw that 8 was Dalton Connect's floor. So if I had to take a guess right there, I would say that Dalton Connect would be the pick here. Just based off that report. Now the draft has fallen away that where Matas is now within reach here at 8. So maybe that changes things. I think Connect is an interesting name to watch here though. Well, I just feel like Dillingham will be the steal of the draft. Instant offense. It's because you have a lot of teams in this little range here that have their point guards now. Like Memphis, they have their guy. Utah, they have Keontae George, if you want to call him. Like, he might be a combo guard, but he's really the guard they want to build around. He's also undersized and he doesn't really play defense. So you have a lot of players in the NBA that can get you buckets, but now you're looking for that two-way talent. And especially with this point in the draft, you want that physical upside. You want the ability to really grow. And I agree. I think instant offense is definitely there with Rob, but that's something you maybe look at in the middle of the draft rather than the top. Because you see guys like Tajon Salon that go number 7 or 6. Sorry, he went 6. And he is a very, very raw prospect, but he got drafted based off of upside. And if you're comparing talent, face value talent, Dillingham is much better, a much more talented player than him, but he got drafted ahead of him just based off of, that upside. So I think Dillingham may end up falling out of the lottery for that reason, but if he does, Heat are going to be right there at 15. He's not falling further than the Heat. I would be shocked. How well is your mock draft doing? I had Portland taking Clingan. I had them trading up for him, but I had Portland taking Clingan. So I'm going to take that as a win. But I think I haven't got anything right since number 4. But I'm taking my win. I'm taking my win that Clingan did end up going to Portland. I didn't think he was going to fall though, but he did. I got a minute left here on San Antonio. What are they going to do here? I would probably lean towards Connect or Matas being the guy here. They took their guard, and I know they have forwards on there. They got Devin Vassell. He might be more of a wing, shooting guard if you want to place him there. You got Keldon Johnson. You got Jeremy Sohan. But yeah, I would still go a forward here. You get a guard forward duo, and you pair him with Wemby. That's a great future to build with. Great draft so far, but Utah's coming up. Matas would be the guy that I'd really want there for Utah, definitely, because I think he might have the most upside out of these guys. Yeah, for sure, because he could be a guy one day that averages 20. He could average 20. Depends on the shooting comes around, but he can average 20, and also has the size to really match up with other forwards on defense. Get a late night free agency stream. That's interesting one. Maybe like an emergency stream if the Jazz end up doing something, but depends. We'll see. I might have to do a stream tomorrow too, because I do the Thursday streams, but I could come on here and do a recap. The second round of the draft starts at 4:00 Eastern tomorrow, so we could get some info on that. So I might go live tomorrow. Depends on how long this goes tonight. But yeah, this is the longest stream I've been on for anything on Frozen Road, man. We're at about close to an hour, which is crazy. But we're still pushing. Number 8, I see Rob Dillingham. No, hold up. Try again. Rob could be the guy.
With the 80th pick in the 2024 NBA draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Rob Dillingham.
Wow. I didn't think it was going to happen. I just went on a whole tangent of why he would go out of the lottery, and he just went in the pick right there. Wow. Good pick. That's a good pick. I think it's a good pick. Rob 8. Another spot where Matas drops. Matas could be there at 10. I would hammer that. Pause. Rob is gold. Yeah, that gives him. But that's I like that though. I really like that because now you pair Stephon Castle with a scorer. And if you're worried about one thing with Stephon Castle, it's can he put the ball in the basket? He can defend. He's versatile. But can he put the ball in the basket? Not like Rob Dillingham. I like that, bro. I like that. Now you get both Kentucky guards in Texas. Yeah. I'm a fan of that. I like that a lot. I didn't think he was going to go. I thought he was going to drop. I really thought Dillingham was going to drop. And then, the Spurs got to value their scoring, man. Nice scoring guard in there. Yeah, the Spurs are going to be nice. The Spurs are going to be really exciting this year. Connect to Utah. Man, if Connect and Matas are on the board, please take Matas. Please take Matas. I know Connect has fans in Utah. Not as exciting. No. Give me Matas. Matas, at this point, Matas or Devin Carter. Topic is going to be there too. Topic is going to be there. They're going to have it. So they're going to have a good player on the board. They're going to have Matas or Topic, which if you look at the lottery, like when the lottery was coming around, both of those guys were top 5 projected picks. I would go with one of those two. Devin Carter is really nice too, man, because he's going to be a defensive point guard or defensive guard, intermediate point guard, defensive guard the Jazz really, really need. And he has the wingspan too. If Devin Carter is ideal, he's ideal. Matas is a bust. That's the problem with NBA fans is that the man hasn't even been selected to his team yet. And he's already a bust. The man hasn't even stepped on the floor yet. He's got, I think Matas has potential, man. I like Matas. Stephon and Dillingham. Really nice guard duo. And now, okay, so now I think they're looking at like probably they're starting 5, probably Dillingham. Maybe you play Castle at the 2. Maybe you do. I probably would. And you get Dillingham at the 1, Castle at the 2, Devin Vassell at the 3, Sohan at the 4, and Wemby at the 5. Really, really solid core. Do they make the playoffs next year? Maybe. They might. I know prospects, and this one's a bust. I call Zach Wilson being a bust from day one. Yeah, no, I can't relate. I love Zach Wilson coming out of the draft, and I came back and I got shot in the face with it. I'm seeing a lot of Twitter noties, so maybe there's a trade that went down. Maybe the Jazz got their pick. And hard to see Topic in Memphis with Ja. I did see an ESPN article that Topic would be potentially in play here if he did drop, which he did drop. I agree, though, that fit is a bit wonky. The pick is in. Maybe who? If it's not Matas, my hope is it's not. It's Matas. I hope it's Connect here. I hope it's Connect so we can get the Connect energy out of the Jazz building. Get it out. I don't want Connect in the building with these 3 prospects on the board. He's probably gonna be a good player. Gonna be instant impact from day one. I don't want to see him here. No, I don't think on the board yet. Well, wait, Rob traded? No. Wait, go on screen. Grizzlies taking that. I could see that. Rob traded. Seattle. Where? Oh, wait, hold on, wait. Let me check Twitter. The Timberwolves? Oh, no. No. And then I saw the 9th pick, bro. Oh, no. Oh, no. Minnesota is crazy. Wow. And that ooh. I like that. I don't know what the Spurs are doing, man. That's a great point. What are the Spurs doing? What are they doing? To Memphis too, man. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Okay. I take back everything I said about the Spurs right there. I don't know what they got in return for that. That was a great pairing for the 2 seconds that happened. I was hyped. I was like, that's gonna be a great pairing. Like they made out like bandits here. And they said, no, I'm okay. We'll go trade to the almost number 1 team in the West. Are you serious? What? And Memphis here. Let's go and hear this insane pick.
The 2024 NBA draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Zach Edey.
Top 10 Edey. That's a crazy turn of events. I was looking over here at my phone. It was buzzing like crazy. I'm like, what could be going on? That's what happened. Back-to-back insane events. Wow. And now the Jazz are on the clock with 3 guys that are perfect. That's beautiful. What a beautiful pick. Thank you, Memphis. Dude, if Connect is the pick here, please do not take Dalton Connect. Please. Spurs gift wrap the West from Minnesota. That's crazy because literally you gave the number 1 defensive team one of the best scorers in the draft. What are you doing? What are you doing? Rob and Ant? That's crazy. That is crazy. That's nuts. It's nuts. We're on the clock. All right, I'm not looking at anything. I'm going to close out chat so I don't get it spoiled, unfortunately. If you're talking in chat right now, I really appreciate you. I got to close you out here for this 5-minute span. I will be tuned back in after. Wow. Okay. I don't know what the trade details are on that Timberwolves deal yet. I'll find out in a second. I saw that there was at least a 1 first-round pick involved in that in 2031 or something like that. regardless, there is nothing that you can do to sell me that was a good move for them, because they had the perfect backcourt with scoring and playmaking and size and two-way ability. Nope, it's all gone now because I don't know. Because Stephon Castle wants to play point guard, which I know he does. That's what the reports are saying. But now the Jazz are on the clock here, man. All right, enough to talk about any other team. It's going down here, and we're going number 10 here. Jazz are up. If it was my choice here, you got Matas on the board. You got Dalton Connect on the board. You got Topic on the board. You got Cody Williams on the board. Devin Carter. There are so many good options here, man. You cannot go wrong. I would say the one place where they could go wrong is Dalton Connect. Okay, I can't even say that because he might be the best scorer available right here. But I would, dude, at this point, Matas dropping outside the top 10 would be crazy to me. I would be hard-pressed to pass on. You give me Matas or you give me Topic. That's my two that I probably want here just because they're top 5 talent and the Jazz just need talent. Give them talent at this point. But Matas is linked. Oh, hold on. Whoa, just talking. Okay, talking about Memphis. Not talking about Utah. Oh, the pick is in. The pick is in. They know. Man, Connect. I think it could be Connect. I'm scared that's Connect. I want Matas. I really want Matas. I did not think he was going to be here, man. I thought he was for sure gone at 5. Now he's here at 10. You take that, man. He'd be a great scorer next to Laurie. Get the white boy duo, bro. Get the white boy duo in Utah. That's perfect. Oh, no. Didn't want to. All right. Devin Carter would be cool here, too. I just don't know if you take Devin Carter with the guys available on the board. Like, he'd be a great defensive guard to pair next to Keontae. But again, you have Topic, who was viewed as potentially the best player on the board by some people in the class. You have Matas, that probably a year ago was the best person on people's boards. Oh, here it comes. Silver's coming. Here we go, Silver. Okay. All right. We'll take it. I like that. That's a good pick. I rock with that. That's a perfect fit. Oh, all right. Here's exactly what this means for the Jazz. That gives them a perfect. Let me pull up chat again, guys. My fault. So what that does, that gives them a perfect lengthy 2 option to pair next to Keontae. So their goal here, put Keontae at the 1, Cody at the 2, Laurie at the 3, Taylor at the 4, and at the 5 you go Walker Kessler. But this right here gives him a potential 2-way threat from Colorado. You know, last year he didn't get the most volume with his shots. He didn't really, score a ton. He got like 11 points per game, but he was efficient with it. He shot like 40% from 3, 50% from the field. So, gives you nice offense when given the opportunity. Yeah. I'm a fan of this, man. I know Matas was on the board. I said I wanted Matas. I said I wanted maybe Topic. That's a perfect fit. They drafted that partially for fit because they want to put him next to Keontae George in the backcourt, have a really solid size in the front court. He needs some size. I will continue to say that this man will need to put on some size because he is a string bean. But I love this pick. I think it's perfect. Cody Williams. Can't get wrong with Williams, brother. Matas hate is crazy. Oh, dude, Matas is going 11, bro. He's going back to Chicago. He's going to Chicago for sure. He's from Chicago. And he's just value on the board. And OKC's up here too, man. Dude, if you're Utah trade up. Utah needs to trade up right here. Love the pick, but I love the pick Taylor Hendricks, but better bulk up because he's playing small 5. But yeah, this team is skinny. This team needs some size. I don't know how they're going to get it. Maybe it's in free agency, but they are a skinny team. They're a skinny young team. So I think there may be, I don't know who you need in that weight room to get these guys some pounds. I don't know what you need to meet him, but man, great pick. Injuries on the stretch hurts Williams' value. He'll be solid. That's another part too, man. Like you got to put on that weight so you can actually get that injury bug off you. Like he's chatting up with the commissioner on stage too. Like he's already tight with them, Got the Williams brother already, and you already know what you're getting. You already got the NBA pedigree and the family. Stellar pick. Last year, whenever they took Taylor Hendricks, I was a bit on edge. I like this pick though. Train Horde sounding like we just scored a goal in hockey. Get hype. Good pick. Thank you, Eugene. I agree. I didn't make the pick. I don't know why I'm saying thank you, but I love that pick, man. And now we just sit here. Maybe I've heard the Jazz could maybe get back on the clock here, and considering how the first round has gone, that's nuts, man. They have multiple prospects on the board that they could go in there and trade up for. I know the Lakers at 17 could potentially be a team to trade at, or a team to trade with. But, you know, number 10 here, great pick. Quentin says, I like this pick. I agree, brother. I think this pick is great. I think Matas on the board is really tempting. I think Topic presents some nice value, but you aren't going to get him for another year. Cody Williams, he can come in and play. He can be a nice, lengthy defender when the size comes, and he can shoot the ball really well. Maybe some playmaking needs to come along his way, maybe being a rebounder, filling out his game, but you're getting a scorer. You're getting, you know, a worthwhile defender with time. Love the pick as well. Well, they trade that 29th pick. I think if anything, they trade 29 and 32, trade up into the teens, whether that be with, you know, LA, because LA could get the 29th pick, draft Bronny, or 32, draft Bronny. I think that's a real possibility. Maybe they have to throw in like Jordan Clarkson to that. I probably would now. Now that you have a shooting guard, you can come in and play. Trade Jordan Clarkson back to LA. Give LeBron a spark plug score. Pick is in for Chicago. I think this is Matas. I'm convinced this is Matas. Cody Williams also just looks cold, dude. I mean, his brother's cold. I love Jalen Williams. I love Cody even better now. Yeah, man. I love that pick. Love. Instant draft grade. Instant grade A minus. Maybe you make a case to take the top 5 talent in Matas. Devin Carter here. I had that mocked. That was me. That's another one. Give me another one. No way they skipped on the hometown kid, man. No way. Matas is from Chicago and he got passed up. Matas in OKC? Oh, why not? I don't think he's going to be there. Sacktown there too. Sacktown's coming up here. The Jazz should drop Bronny at home so LAS pay through the nose. Or yeah. I mean, hold them hostage, man. If that's really what it comes to, maybe. Maybe LeBron ends up coming here. Maybe he wants to come to Utah at age 40. I wouldn't, but you know he does. Oh, wrong one. Will you get a Cody Williams jersey? Yes, probably. I got a Keontae one on right now. He played one season. I'll get a Cody Williams jersey. I got a Drake May jersey for the Patriots before he even played a snap. I'll get one for Cody. That's my prediction. Don't get too excited. All right. I'll lower my expectations here. So when I see they're taking Devin Carter, but then I also see that. Okay. All right. I'm not gonna believe chat anymore when they say that. Oh, this is a great draft so far, and that's the thing about this draft is that people were like, "Oh, it's a weak draft." You know, like lower your expectations for this draft. It makes for an exciting draft too because you don't know what to expect. Like. Top one we didn't even know top one until 30 minutes before the draft. Like Reed Shepard was in real conversations for number 1. It wasn't him, but I mean, that makes for like, that's exciting. Like that's more exciting than last year's first pick. Like it's a great draft. Maybe talent wise, it's a bit different, but in terms of entertainment value, I'm there. Cody Williams, great pick. Oh man. I checked Twitter for 1 second. I get pick spoiled. All right. Let me look at the trade though. A 2031 unprotected first. I mean, that's why would San Antonio do that? I don't get it. I mean, maybe I guess they're banking on their future, the Timberwolves' future, just like the Jazz are. So they must also believe that they're going to suck in due time too. I'm Dillingham for a 20. Yeah, absolutely. Like for the Timberwolves, the team that just was number 1 in it almost for the entire way of the way almost in the West, and you also had the top defense in the entire league. You add the best scorer in the draft. That is a stellar pick. And so the West, yeah, I mean, that's why I thought Houston would not trade with the Thunder and the top pick. I didn't think that was going to happen because I lost my train of thought there. Oh, because like OKC would be effectively adding one of their best rim protectors with Klinga if they traded up. But I mean, the same thing just happened here with the Spurs. They just traded the top defensive team in the West, the scorer that they needed in the backcourt to pair next to Anthony Edwards. Crazy. Trading picks so far is always risky. Yeah, I mean, clearly teams don't seem to mind. Like the Knicks, they'll trade all of them. They'll trade all their picks in the future. Whoa. Oh, chill now, Tony. Like I'm guaranteed. Oh, hold up. Here we go. I know what the pick is. Hold here.
The Chicago Bulls select Montes Buzelis.
Hometown kid. Wow. I like Matas. Man, he's tearing up. He's cool too. Like I've heard him talk too. Yeah, he's sick. I like Matas. Wow. Hometown kid. That's gotta be. That's sick. That's sick. Seeing the hometown kid go back. He dropped out of the top 10, but it worked out for him. Who cares about nepotism, bro? He gets to go back to his hometown. If Montas can get that shooting down, man, it'll be great. Bro, no way they got Giddey and Montas on the same team now. That spacing's gonna blow. That spacing's gonna suck. But this is sick. Bro, he's in tears, bro. He's wow. I want to see what's Kenny Beecham saying about this. He's live right now. Yeah, never mind. I want to see my Bulls fan was saying. OKC's up. For the Bulls GM, what's the first move you would make? Don't re-sign DeMar DeRozan. That's my first pick. Don't re-sign DeMar. Trade Vucevic for something. I know they just extended him, but trade him and literally do anything you can to get rid of Zach LaVine. He's making $45 million the next 3 years. Like, this dude's not even a top 100 player at this point. I'm good. OKC up here, and OKC has some toe pitches here. Like if you're OKC, like, you got so many picks within God knows what. Take Nikola Topic here. You don't even need to play him for a year. You're the best team in the West, regardless. I know it doesn't make a ton of sense because you have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and he is a all NBA talent, MVP level talent. Who's OKC's pick here? Let me refresh this. On the board, Connect is falling a bit. I wouldn't hate Connect either. Connect would be really good because, I mean, like, he's just instant impact shooting. He's experienced. You don't really need to develop him at all. And OKC, I mean, they could develop, but they don't need to. They got a nice team as is. Get instant shooting, instant impact. Devin Carter would be stellar. But you also have Casey Wallace in there as another. Like, you have Alex Caruso, Devin Carter. That's a lot of guards on the roster. If you take a guard here, I think they take a forward. Hold up, I want to hear what you're saying.
I'm ready to work, man. I was born for this. All right, so you got that out of the way. Now, as an elite trash talker, do you have a
elite trash talker?
You couldn't be here, and if not, that's totally fine too. I don't gotta say nothing. I think everybody who doubted me. Thank you to everyone that doubted me, because I wouldn't be here without y'all. I use it as fuel. And everybody that supported me, I can't thank you enough. I
really like Montas, bro. Montas is one of my favorite players in the class. He seems like a cool dude. He actually seems like such a cool dude. Okay, so he's taking up 2 days into college. I'm 3 lectures behind. That'd be funny. I think if you're taking like a shooter here, though, you take Connect. Connect is just better than 2 days into college, 3 lectures behind. Devin Carter falling, man. Dude, if I'm the Jazz, I trade up for Kevin Carter. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I don't, because we got Cody Williams now. The Jazz should trade up, though. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they trade up? They got the ammo. You got good players dropping on the board. I know they were super high on Connect. They were so high on Connect. Make a trade with OKC. Get your pick back for next year. Get Connect on the. I don't know. There is ample opportunity here for Utah to make a trade, though. Montas is making me cringe. Okay. Okay, see, I wonder if they could take a guy like, if you're taking an NBA ready player, you take Connect. If you're taking a guy that you want to develop a little bit, you take Topic. Maybe you take a guy like, nah, that's it. That's it. What if they take like Filipowski and they make the Twin Towers on the front with Filipowski and Chet? Not the worst, I guess. Johnny Furphy? No way it's Johnny Furphy. If it's Johnny Furphy. Who? Wait. Oh. I was looking at this kid wearing a Bulls hat, bro. I thought that was Klingon. I thought he got traded. That's Montas's brother. That's crazy. OKC, bro. What they gonna do here? If Johnny Furphy's the guy, that's crazy to take that over Connect. I saw at 8. From Jonathan Gavoni of Draft Express. I'll cite my source here. I saw that 8 would be the floor, the absolute floor for Dalton Connect. People love to Connect. Apparently, Charlotte was really high on Connect. They said, "No, we're gonna take DeJon." They were like, "We're really interested in this win now player that can pair next to the backcourt and LaMelo. Let's draft the most raw prospect in the entire draft." Really interesting idea there. Ooh, I'm putting my phone down. I'm done getting my pick spoiled. He will take the right player. They always do. I saw someone say that Jared McCain would be going to the Heat, or like maybe that's a fit. Is Jared McCain like Heat culture? I don't think so. Maybe that's wrong. But yeah, we got Quentin coming in here saying, who do you predict falls to us at pick 29, or do we trade up? I would love to trade up here because you're seeing a ton of talent fall. Like Connect, the Jazz were so high on Connect here. Before the draft, that's what I heard. I heard they were high on Connect. I heard they were high on I saw some Zach Edey rumors too. Don't know how much I'm buying into that. At 29 though, I had in my mock, I had him taking Kevin McCullough, taking like a win now prospect, a guy that can come in and contribute immediately. I would love to trade up though. We got number 10. Number 12, my fault.
With the 12th pick in the 2024 NBA draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Nikola Jokic from Belgrade, Serbia.
Man, they continue to rack up. Ooh. All right. I don't hate it. He doesn't look happy. He does not look happy, man. I don't see a smile on his face. I don't hate it though. Like you look like really, if you're OKC, why do you not take Topic? Viewed as potentially a top 3 player in the class. And you just take the talent there. You got so many draft picks in the future. Just take a guy. He might not even play. He probably won't even play first year. You don't need him to. Doesn't matter. He's potentially the best passer in the class. If he gets a jump shot down, he's a great guard. Doesn't matter if he's playing next to or with Shea. You can play Shea at the 2. You have the fit of Topic. The fit is wonky. The fit's weird because I don't know how he's going to shoot. Is he like, when's he going to play? Was he healthy? Is it defensively? Is he going to be there? I really don't hate it though. I really don't hate it. I know they need size, but this is taking strictly talent. Just don't really get the fit here. No comment here. No comment. The fit is weird. It doesn't matter about the fit. Fit doesn't matter. That's the thing about that. Is like when you see a talent like this drop this far on the board, you gotta take the talent. It's just talent wins, and you figure out fit later. That's what they did with Josh Giddey. They took talent. He wasn't talent, and then they traded him. You figure that out later. They still were able to get solid value in return for him. Even if the fit doesn't work out here in OKC, you're drafting probably the best player on the board here by a mile. Maybe you want to debate Connect or whatever. Don't connect to the Heat. If he's there, if Dalton Connect is there at 15, yeah, instantly. Don't see him passing up there. Sacramento here at 13. Who would they look at? They need defense. They need a defensive wing. Devin Carter. Don't really see it. Let me refresh this real quick. Connect is falling. I would take Connect here at 13 for sure. I would take Connect. Get a win now player that can come in and score. Doesn't matter. You can play him 2-3 defense. Again, might be iffy, but he's a scorer. He's a shooter. Rim protector. Khalil Ware. Man, if they take Khalil Ware, that'd be nice. That would be nice. Tristan Da Silva's here. I picked Da Silva in my mock. I think Da Silva can make sense. I don't know if you take him over Connect at this point. Devin Carter is still out there. I love Devin Carter. Devin Carter, if Devin Carter's there at 15, Miami takes him for sure. We got Dan Hurley talking hoops at the draft now. Yeah, him on the almost the podium. Not the podium. He's at the table. I don't know. Do you ever stream NFL content as well? Not yet. Maybe that can come down the line because I do write for the Patriots over on Sports Illustrated as well. I would want probably one day. Hopefully, I don't know when that would come, but maybe like closer next season. Maybe when kickoff comes around, I would love to do that, but not yet. To answer your question, pick his end for sack, bro. Pick his end. We Walter there too. Jared McCain. I'm trying to think of any other guys that would be on the board here. They need a wing. They need a wing. Don't need any other guards. Da Silva. I think Da Silva connects me to the pick here. No inside info, but that's my prediction. Okay. Ooh. All right. I said I was done checking Twitter, and I get pick spoiled continuously. What are they doing? All right, we'll see when it comes up. And you have Portland here at 14. Well, okay. Well, it was no, it's Washington here at 14. I don't know why it says Portland. That should be Washington there. If Washington's there at 14, which they should be, they take a connect, right? As an OKC fan, I'm sad. Well, it's a good thing when they sign Isaiah Hartenstein, it's all going to be okay. It's all going to be okay. Isaiah Hartenstein heals all. I wasn't waiting in a long time. Sacramento getting or OKC getting Paul George. I don't know about that. All right, here we go. I love Devin Carter. As a prospect. I think he's gonna be great. Now, in Sacramento is a bit odd because you have Davion Mitchell as a defensive type of guard that you kind of probably he'd play the similar role. I don't hate it. I mean, it gives them. They don't have a ton of size though, because you're gonna play him next to De'Aaron Fox, and then what do you like? You start. I guess you keep Malik Monk on the bench. So I guess their idea is to probably trade Kevin Huerter, and maybe start Devin Carter or something, because you have Malik Monk there too. You have a ton of guards there. You have You have De'Aaron Fox, Davion Mitchell, Malik Monk, Devin Carter, Kevin Huerter. You drafted Colby Jones last year. It's a lot, and maybe they have a vision for this. They do need defenders on the team. They did get that right. Devin Carter, just in sack though, is a bit weird because they already have defensive guards. They already have a ton of guards. They needed forwards. Devin Carter equals bust. I don't think so. I really like Devin Carter. I think the fit makes it odd, but Really great defender. Really nice rebounder for his size. Averaged like 8 rebounds a game at 6'2". Can shoot the ball really well. 40% from 3 this year. At Providence was like a prominent scoring option on the team. Probably, I think he was their primary option. Yeah. Trying to see how long I want to stay on stream for, because I could stay on for the entire draft, but that is a stroke. I'd be on for 3 hours at that point. I do like the Jazz. I do want to talk about the Jazz pick whenever it comes, but that is the very, very tail end of the draft, man. That's a long time, and I've not eaten. I haven't eaten dinner, bro. I'm a hungry guy. But let's see how far we can get. Whenever, let's see, unless there's like maybe go until the 20, because 20, like once we get to 20, most of the big names are gonna be off, and we'll see if the Jazz end up trading up. We'll see about that. Maybe, we might go 20 picks here. We'll see. Maybe I stretch it to 30. We'll see. Topic, Cody Williams swap. I hope not. Race cards right out there. Intermission after the lottery. At that point, so here's what I would do if this was on the table. I would rather. Who is driving out there, man? I would probably, at this point, I would come on tomorrow and talk about their picks, both of their picks. And because, I mean, we got the 7 o'clock show, maybe. We already know. They bring Woj on to talk about the most, boring subjects. We already know this trade happened. I want to hear spicy stuff. I'm not checking my phone. I made that mistake last time. Dalton Connect here. It could be. I'm shocked. Dalton Connect is still here. I bet Portland thought that he was going to be on the board at 7. He's not. Or well, he is. But he continues to fall. They took their center earlier. Bring in Connect. Yeah, absolutely bring in Connect. Bring in Connect. Bring a shooter in. Bring a shooter in to help out your defensive big that doesn't have any shooting on him, right? Jeremy Kane. I want to see where Jeremy Kane goes. I really think Jeremy Kane goes to LA. I have thought that for a while. He's LA bound. I keep getting kicked off the stream too. My YouTube TV. Whoever's on my YouTube TV. This is my YouTube TV because I pay for it. I don't, but whoever's on it keeps kicking me off. Topic, yeah. Topic, regardless, you could put him there. Like, you got defensive guards, plenty of defensive perimeter guards, there. But you don't, you get that bench passer in there. The spacing could be an issue. But if he gets that ironed out, which it seems like he has the upside to be able to do, is Topic giddy too? I hope not. I hope for everyone's sake he's not. On and off the court. Trade. Okay, this isn't. Wait. Oh, okay. I was confused for. Oh, okay, that's Washington. Okay, also. But yeah, I'm shocked Connect falls out of the lottery now. Bub Carrington over Dalton Connect. What? Wait, what are they? Okay, I keep seeing. Why is Portland's logo up here? I thought the NBA you were able to trade picks and then you get the team's logo that you want up there. Maybe it was before the draft. Maybe that's why it doesn't pop up here. Who do the Indiana Pacers would take at 36? I would probably go with. What do I go with there? I think I don't know if Baylor Shireman's gonna fall that far. I've seen that he's probably a first round talent, but I like sort of a guard like that in there. Take a guard. No way Miami doesn't select Connect. I would be shocked if they didn't take Connect here. The reported floor was 8. We are now about double that. You don't let Philly pick him up. No, you don't. I continue to get kicked off my stream here, man. If I can't watch a draft, I might be cooked. I can't commentate on the draft if I can't watch it. Okay, well, I could, but it's not as fun. Whoever the Pacers take will develop into a gem. They tend to develop really well. They do. All right, I think what I'm going to do here, because I continue to get kicked off my viewing here. The Jazz are going to be on for another half hour or another hour and a half. I'd be sitting here talking about the draft for teams that don't apply to the Jazz. Here's what I'm going to do. Tomorrow, we will be live, similar time as we always are, around 7. We're going to touch base on whatever the Jazz end up doing for the second half of the draft. And we're also going to touch on their second round pick whenever they end up making it. We're going to do that tomorrow, whenever that happens. If the Jazz took their pick, they took Cody Williams. Love that pick. I'm a big fan. But if you want to hear me talk about the Jazz other picks or whatever they end up doing, stay tuned tomorrow. I'll stay on for the Heat pick. But after that, we'll be halfway through the draft. I'm going to go get some food. I'm starving. It's we're about an hour 40 in the draft, about 100 minutes in the stream. So record-breaking stream here in terms of how long it is. But we will be back tomorrow. It's NBA draft season, so we got to keep talking about it. But I'm not trying to be on stream until 11 Eastern or whatever it would end up being. That'd be crazy. I love the draft though. I cannot get enough of the draft. Miami here. Before we let's see what Miami would end up doing. Dalton Knecht, I think would be the pick here. Tristan da Silva though. Keep an eye on Tristan da Silva because he is that win now player that can come in and instantly impact their team. Getting a lot of comps to Jaime Jaquez. Yeah, Vesper. You're gonna watch Cody Williams highlights while you eat. That's what I'm gonna do, Vesper. I'm gonna have the draft up on this screen. I'll have my food here. I'm gonna have the Cody Williams highlights here where I'm looking at right now. So you're predicting my night already. I got it. Yeah, I really like that pick. The more I think about it, you got the NBA pedigree. You got the size that Danny Ainge. You know Danny Ainge loves that size. Pause. But he loves the size, versatility. And if he gets if he gets the weight up, man, he can be a great 2-way player. And that's what the Jazz need next to a guy like Keontae. Keontae can be a nice defender in due time. He can be an average defender. Really, you're taking him for his offensive upside, but he can at least put it together on that side because he's not physically enabled. But you get a guy like Cody Williams in there that can help mitigate that, can help be a off-the-ball scorer. He doesn't need the ball in his hands to score. But he can also defend, too, when given the opportunity. And given, big fan of that pick. Cody Williams is a stud. See, we got lots of fans of the Cody Williams pick in the chat. Miami's still taking their time here. Yeah, Knecht it would have to be it. Knecht would have to be it, man. You don't let Knecht fall to 17, man. There's no way that you let Knecht fall to the Lakers. That would be malpractice. That's what that would be. No. You let McCain go there, bro. You let 2 days in the college go there. You don't let one of the better scorers in the top of the class go there. You don't give JJ Redick that. No, sir. I actually think JJ Redick could be a good coach, man. I think he has the IQ for sure. Now, does he have the ability to actually coach? That's a different question. But he has the IQ. He has the experience. We've seen multiple, I don't know how many. Okay, that might be a stretch. How many players are getting zero coaching experience before they go get a head coaching job? But JJ Redick, he's been a commentator. He's been around the game for so long. Like, he's got knowledge, bro. If he can get players to buy in, and that's an if because it's a LeBron team, sometimes it's hard to do. If he can do that, I think it'll be a solid signing. And you need something different than what you've been doing. You've been getting recycled coaches for the past half decade more. You get a fresh mind in there that hasn't seen an NBA floor in terms of coaching. Maybe that works out better than Darvin Ham. I think anyone could. There's no fixing that Lakers roster. That's a big problem, though. You got LeBron and you got AD. You don't got much beyond that. Austin Reeves, people like to say, is a top 100 player. I don't see that. Miami's pick is in. The Lakers got a lot of work to do. I think they should trade with Utah to get get a first and a second, get Bronny James, and get the Jazz up here in top 20. I'm gonna be heated if I get off the stream and the Jazz instantly trade up. That would be crazy. I wouldn't put it past them though. That's some Danny Ainge stuff to do. Pick is in for Miami. Just get back. Again, if Connect falls, I'm gonna be confused why. There's gotta be a reason, right? Like maybe it's just the age. Is it the age? How old are these guys getting picked here? These are some young players. They have a lot of young players up here, I guess. Maybe it's the age. Even still, he's 23, and he can get you buckets. I bet the Heat don't mind. The Heat definitely don't mind. They're going to need a scorer next there whenever Jimmy Butler ends up leaving. So, bring him in. Connect is 30. Yeah, he's pushing 30. He's absolutely pushing 30. He's an old geezer. A great lottery, I think. I think it's been a great lottery so far. I'm satisfied with the pick, big time, with the Jazz, and they're not done yet. They're not done. They need a defender though. They need a legit defender next time. Like next time they're on the clock, I don't care. Get a legit defender. Cody Williams has upside as a defender. Get a legitimate, like, proven defender. Great question here from Tony. Tony keeps firing off. Worst and best picks of the lottery. Bub Carrington's interesting to go 14. He went over McCain. He went over. I guess he's really the only one that. Okay, going over McCain. I don't think that's a bad pick though. Hold up. Silver's coming up. I'll give my worst picks after this. And best one.
With the 15th pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Miami Heat select Khalil Ware.
What a pick. What a pick. They stole the draft. They did it. They took Khalil Ware. Oh, that's a good pick. That's a good pick. The Heat win. I said it before the draft. Whoever takes Khalil Ware is winning the draft. I love this pick. And I'll tell you why. They just re-signed. They just signed Bam Adebayo to a 3-year contract extension. What's one thing Bam is not really known to do? Stretch the floor. What can Khalil Ware do? He can stretch the floor. And he may not be a starting big. He could be a 4. He could be a 4 in the league. It doesn't matter. He can be versatile. And the Heat really don't have a starting forward to really call their name to. Maybe you want to put Jaime Jaquez there, but this guy is going to protect the rim. He's going to shoot threes. And people are going to question his motor. Maybe he's not ready. Maybe he's not an NBA athlete. This guy got drafted to the Heat. So if you want anyone to work on that motor, you give it to Khalil Ware. This guy is going to be a stellar pick. I'm calling it now. We had Tony coming here saying the worst and best pick of the lottery. This isn't lottery, but this is my favorite pick of the draft so far. Besides Cody Williams. Cody Williams is 1. There's a big gap, and then you have this pick 2. Killer pick. You don't let him go to Philly. You don't let him go to LA. You pick him up there. You get some security behind Bam. You can even play him at the 4 because he has that versatility to stretch the floor. Yes. Big time pick. I'm going to answer Tony's question. I'll get out of here. Been out here for an hour and 45. Appreciate everyone for showing out here. Absolutely. Best and worst pick of the draft so far. I would say best pick so far, or in the lottery. Yes, lottery. Lottery, best pick. Dillingham going to the Timberwolves, easily the best pick. Easily. The fact that the Timberwolves even managed to pull it off is ridiculous in its own right. But I would easily go that number 1. I think Cody Williams is a really good pick there. I think he kind of landed where he was projected, though. And even they kind of got him dropping, though. I saw some people picking him 6, 5 even. Really good value there. I would put them close to being towards the top of the list right now. I think Dillingham going 8 to the Timberwolves is a fantastic fit. And that's my pick for that. Worst pick of the first round so far. Oh, I can't say Edey because the Grizzlies tend to draft well. They do tend to draft really well. And they did need that rim protector next to Jaren Jackson. They solved the problem there. I can't call it the worst one. Ron Holland and Tajon. It's going to be between those two. I can't say Tajon because I loved him coming in the draft. I wanted the Jazz to draft him. I'm going to go with Ron Holland, though. I'm going to go with Ron Holland because I didn't see him going 5. I didn't see him going top 5. I thought he was going to go borderline out of the lottery. And then Detroit says, let me go take another defender, a raw defender that I need to develop and not really have any proven talent on a 14-win team, continues to puzzle me. Detroit continues to puzzle me. But one team does not puzzle me tonight, and that is the Utah Jazz, who come out as massive winners for tonight. But yeah, that's about pretty much close to all I got tonight. Thanks for the stream. Thank you, Vesper. Thank you all for showing out. Everyone in the chat, everyone that showed up in the stream. Appreciate y'all a ton. We'll be back tomorrow. Don't think that this is done. We'll be back tomorrow. Hour earlier than the day. We'll be back at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Mountain for my Utah listeners. And we'll be right back talking some draft. I think the draft will be over by that point, so we can give a full little breakdown of my full thoughts on what the Jazz end up doing for the rest of tonight, what they end up doing for the second round, and pretty much every other team. Maybe not every other team, but mostly the Jazz. That's all I got for tonight. Let me double check and make sure I got everything closed up here. All right. If you guys enjoyed what you saw tonight, be sure to tune in tomorrow. Follow me on Twitter. Follow the Jazz, or not the Jazz. Follow SI Inside the Jazz on Facebook. Follow us on YouTube, everything. Because we will be pumping out content, the drafts every single day. We will see you all tomorrow over here on the Frozen Rope for the NBA draft second round, or just a recap. All right. Thank y'all. See you.